Welcome back to Just Code It. Today we're going to be taking a look at Crawl4AI. Specifically, we're going to look at Markdown generation. At the beginning, we're going to look at how a basic example of how to do Markdown generation, and then we're going to customize it a bit. Then after that, we're going to wrap things up with showing how to do content filters, such as Prune, which is like a boilerplate, then also a semantic one. The website that we are converting or scraping is this Wikipedia site. Let's just run the code to show what it does. We have the first example, the second example, which has custom options, the third example, and the fourth example. The third and the fourth have these pruning filters. This is a semantic one, and then this is one that uses this query. Where's the query? A query to semantically filter the data. Finally, we have the fourth demo, which is the Markdown generation results field. Let's actually jump into coding this thing. Let's go back up to the top. Let's do our imports and create our URL. After that, we're going to define a demo basic method with async def demo basic. Within there, we're going to create a crawl run config with a Markdown generator set to the default Markdown generator. After that, we're going to do an async with async web crawler as crawler. And then we're going to await the crawler with a run, pass it the URL, and then pass it the config that we just defined, which gives us the results. Finally, we're going to check the result and make sure it's successful. If it is, we're going to print the results, Markdown, raw Markdown, and print the first 400 letters. Let's actually run this again so I can show it over here. That is this demo right here. And you can see we have the main, and then we have the navigation, which is this toolbar. Moving on to the second demo, we're going to do another definition. We're going to do another method called demo custom options. And then we're going to define a few custom options. The first one is this ignore link, which strips the URL. If you look right here, we have the main page as a link, but down here we just have main page as a list without that URL. So that's what that does. Ignore image drops the alt and the source from the image tag. We do not have any images that we can see on this top one, and the body width. This just does a hard wrap on the number of characters. So for us, we're doing a hard wrap on 80 characters. This just makes it a lot easier to print. So here, that's a good example. It hard wraps at 80 characters here. So it prints to your console a little bit better. After that, we're going to create our config with the crawl run config. Markdown generator is going to be the MD generator with those options defined. Again, we're going to do async crawler, await, and then print the results. What the prune content filter does is it's passed a few variables like threshold and threshold type, as well as minimum word threshold. The threshold just keeps all blocks that score higher than this using the heuristic. The prune scores every block, text density, link density, tag pattern, and drops anything below a threshold. So that's the heuristic. And then we're going to define that threshold, define the threshold type, which is just going to be fixed. There's also dynamic, which kind of changes throughout the page or throughout different pages. And then we also have the min word threshold. This just discards all blocks that don't meet this min word threshold. Here it is. You can see how much this removed. So up here we had, here we had 13,000 as the raw length, and then the bit length is, so the raw length is 136,000, and then the fit length is 44,000. So it removed a lot. You can also see that it got rid of all the stuff up here, that navigation, because it did not meet the min word threshold. Finally, we have the option of ignore links set to true. I just like that because it makes it print out a little bit better. Then we're going to create our config with that Markdown generator. Again, run our runner, run our crawler Check if it's successful and just print a bunch of stuff. That's these prints right here. Moving on to demo number 4. This is another content filter that uses semantic filtering instead of heuristic filtering. So you pass it a query and it uses that query to focus on specific information. Moving down, we're going to create another Markdown generator from default Markdown generator. Content filter is going to be this BM25 content filter. We're going to pass it a user query, which is going to be neural networks deep learning. This is what we care about extracting from the website. And then we're going to use a threshold, higher restrictor, so we'll return fewer blocks. If you have a 0 in there, and essentially we'll return everything. And then our language is English. Let's check what the default is for this. Default threshold is 1, so we're a bit higher than default. Let's just change this and see if it makes any difference. So we're at 44.9. Let's run it again. Give it a second. Guess it doesn't really make a huge difference dropping it to 1, but moving down, we then create the config, then a crawler, run the crawler, and print the information. The final one is we're just going to look at the full Markdown object. We're going to create another config, and we're just going to use a prune content filter with a threshold of 0.6. Create another crawler and pass it the config, get the results, and set the results Markdown to MD. Then we're going to print the MD raw length, and then the MD Markdown with citations length, and the reference Markdown length, and the fit Markdown length. Moving down, you can see all the different lengths for that, and it looks like the Markdown with citations has the fewest number of characters. Let's up this though and see if we make a difference. Run it. This is a pretty high threshold. Yep, so now the fit is the lowest because we upped that threshold to 0.9, which will make it harder for them to pass and actually be returned. Then to run all this, we do async def main, then await all these methods, and then finally we do if name equals main, async IO, run main. That is it though for this tutorial series on Crawl4AI Markdown generators. If you have any questions, please leave a comment down below. Also, if you can like and subscribe, that really does help out the channel. I hope you enjoyed today's video. See you next time.